And my last question is, Conor McGregor has made some comments recently about WWE. Does Brock have any comments? Conor McGregor.
Who? Listen, I've heard of this cat. What's his name? Conor?
Conor McGregor.
He's from Irish? Or what do you call yourself?
Irish.
Yeah, he's from Ireland, right? And he weighs like 145 pounds, right? That's what my left leg weighs, all right? If Conor McGregor has the balls to stand in front of me and say what he wants to say, then I, myself personally, will address the issue. But if Conor wants to say something outside of the box, I don't give a shit what he says, okay?
And lastly, Goldberg is the other cover star in this game, and he's kind of almost been angling for a match with Brock Lesnar.
Everybody angles for a match with Brock Lesnar. They know that's where the box office is.
Everybody mentions my name to get their lines on the internet. That's all they got to do is mention my name, and it's out there. That's what they figured that out, because I'm what?
Brock Lesnar is the beast. Brock Lesnar is the conqueror. Brock Lesnar is the single biggest box office attraction in sports entertainment and or mixed martial arts.
Sorry, Conor McGregor, I got paid for that last fight more than you got paid for all your fights for 2016.
And with that, this has been Brock Lesnar.
Is it true that you flew to Texas to get chicken? To buy some chicken? Is that a true story?
No, there's a place in my hometown, Crumlin, Dublin, Ireland. It's called Texas Fried Chicken.
Okay.
And the place that we were in on holiday, it looked like that place.
Okay.
So we stood outside, took a picture, and that's what that was. It wasn't actually in Texas, but there's a place in Dublin called Texas Fried Chicken.
That's the rumor that's out
It's
there.
not a good place, though. They play football with the chicken.
Oh, my
but
God.
It's still delicious.
Hey, man, so now you got the boxing license now. Are you going to fight
Yeah,
Floyd?
we'll see. What's he trying to get Floyd? What's Floyd going to do? We're looking for anyone.
Well, he's been talking all
I'm
this.
the one with the numbers. We're looking for anyone.
Well, he's talking all this smack
I
about
jump
you.
into this mutant ninja to hold you.
That's what's up, man. You're the man.
Tell him come here and talk.
Exactly.
Where's your
My money's on you.
Where's your car? Here. Hey, Jeff, can you put my Did you hear the noise of that?
Hey, man, the car's beautiful, man.
Step away from the vehicle, please. Let's step away from the vehicle.
On you, serious?
Come on, guys. Thank you.
So now, what do you
Ninja Lambo, you want me to put that thing on?
What do you like better, this or your Bentley?
Hey, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
What do you like better, this or the Bentley?
Rose, it's the rose.
The rose, the gray one. All right. Thank you, guys.
Hey, can I get a shout out for Kelly Fitted?
Oh, we gotta go, man.
Hey, boss cap, can I get a shout out for Kelly Fitted?
We gotta do.
Hey, yo, Warren, how about a school for my football program? How about your varsity? Try to have money out about your boxing, man. You gotta remember where you come from, boy. You gotta have
You're good, champ. You're good, champ. You're good, champ.
All right, boys.
Great. Good, we're good. Yeah, good. Get this angle right here, too. Go easy, eh?
I'm enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Nobody works harder than me inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I am a workhorse, so I'm gonna enjoy the benefits of this life. I'm gonna get myself a big mansion in Las Vegas. I'm gonna get the soft top cars. I'm gonna bring my whole team out. I'm gonna spoil them and give them this life. Big steaks that size, we're eating every single night each. We're eating good, we're living good. It's human nature. Some people will sit and take positivity from that. They will look at that and take inspiration and inspire. It will inspire them to go and push for that. Others will shell up and critique it and be negative towards it. But one thing is for sure, those people will stay where they are. The people who take inspiration from it will rise up and also one day experience that life. So this is human nature. Some go one way, some go the other way. But I am enjoying my money, my hard-earned money that I have dedicated my life to. A lot of people are in search of the answer. A lot of people are in search of the answer, thinking that their surroundings are not good. But I was never like that. I always believed in where I came from. I always believed in my team that we were the best, and I was right. You know, people leave their coaches and go to new gyms, and it's a sign of a weak fighter to me. It's a weak mind, and it will be. it will be shown somewhere down the line that you have a weakness in that. But for me, I have a bulletproof team, my team from day one, and that's a benefit for me. I take confidence in that.
One thing that I really admire about you that I think a lot of people might overlook is that, you know, you have all these new riches and these new deals, Reebok, Monster and all that, but I really admire your relationship with your girlfriend, because what I find very interesting, she's here, she seems to be a big part of your camp. You flaunt your wealth and all that, and you should be proud of it. But someone who's of your stature, a young guy, you can have whatever you want, right? The world is at your fingertips. And someone in your position might have a girlfriend of many years, but they might keep that quiet because you want to portray a certain image. You flaunt your relationship with your girlfriend to the world as well, tweets and stuff. It seems like you're a very happy man. I think that's, in this day and age, you don't see that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think it's the juxtaposition there of a guy who is very loyal to someone who's been with him since before all this came, and all the newfound riches together makes for a very interesting person.
That's a good...
Security, yo, security, come on.
Say something.
Please,
I want to say something.
please, gentlemen, please.
No, it's okay. I want to...
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Come on, guys.
Fuck this guy. Fuck this motherfucker.
Hey, I will smash your face.
Go.
Come on, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
I think this performance show how I am ready for the title. Not only about like title fight, but I deserve for anybody in any weight classes. Like I can fight in 170, I can fight 155, anywhere like Brazil, Canada, USA. I'm young. I think my time is coming.
You have an intensity in the cage that you don't see from a lot of other guys. What makes you different than anyone in the division?
You know what interesting? A lot of guys think I'm only like wrestling guys, but this is not about only wrestling. This is about conditioning. This is about your spirit. This is about your heart, like everything. This is about your top control, how you use your hips, how you use your legs, your arms, your mind, everything. Every month, every training, I improve myself. I train very hard, very smart, because every day MMA change. You know, like go high, and that's why I'm going to, and I keep going high with MMA. And tonight I show all my performance.
There's no talent here. This is hard work. This is an obsession. Talent does not exist. We are all equals as human beings. You could be anyone. If you put in the time, you will reach the top, and that's that. So I am not talented, I am obsessed.
Give it up for the notorious Conor McGregor!
There's two things I really like to do, and that's whoop ass and look good, and I'm doing one of them right now, and Saturday night I'm gonna do the other.
I'm gonna wipe out everyone in this division. I said that, and I will do it.
He's a little short-ass twerp, and I look forward to punching a hole in his face.
I'm gonna hand him my spit bucket. Tell him to go back and spit shine that belt and bring it back here. I think ready for me to take it. I'm sitting up here with my feet on the desk. What's anyone up there gonna do about it? Not one of you are gonna do anything about it.
Conor was born in Dublin City in one of the national maternity hospitals here, 12th of July 1988. Midwife turned to my wife and said, this guy is going to be a boxer, because he came out of the womb with his fists clenched. So he was destined to be a fighter, I think.
I had many fights growing up, as most young boys do from where I'm from and around this area. Get into fights. I won some and I lost some.
When he went boxing, I remember he turned to us and says, "Why didn't you put me into boxing earlier?" He knew that was for him.
Conor first stepped into my gym when he was about 16. Conor did stand out early on in that he could hit hard, and he also had let's call it a gregarious personality.
was thrown into a plumbing trade. Give a about plumbing, didn't know anything about plumbing. I just went on that site because culture told me that that's what I have to do. I'd done it for a while and then I realized this is not what I want to do. Like, this is not what I want to do, then what the f am I doing it for? And I walked out, 18 months in maybe.
There was a concern there for us, for his mother and father. We didn't know what he was going to do, to be honest with you.
Early on, obviously didn't know what it was. I couldn't look to my mother and say, hey, this Irish man done it. I'm gonna follow in his footsteps, because there was no footsteps. I had to create my own footsteps and follow them. They were a little unsure at first, but they supported me and they knew I would do it. If I said I'd do it, so.
I was actually in Ireland and people kept coming up to me and talking about Conor McGregor. Have you ever seen Conor McGregor fight? Have you ever heard of Conor McGregor? Well, I came back to Vegas and talked to the matchmakers and they had heard of him. So I flew him out from Ireland. He and I went out to dinner. He told me he's on what's called the dole, which is basically unemployment over there. When I left that dinner, I said, I don't know if this kid can fight, but if he can even fight a little bit, he's gonna be a huge star. There's only 9,000 people that can get into that arena in Dublin, and it sounds like there's 90,000.
It was a phenomenal night for the sport in our country, and it sent it into the stratosphere over here.
We're not here just to take part, we're here to take over.
He wasn't in the UFC to make up numbers. He wasn't there to be a token Irish guy. He was there to take over, and that's what happened over the last 12, 24 months. The numbers don't lie.
No pipe did home, no battle drum did sound its red tattoo, but the Angelus bells or the levee swells rang out in the foggy dew.
When Conor won the interim title and he beat Chad Mendes, I think it boosted the confidence of European fighters that they can compete at this level. You know, these guys will come up every once in a while that have that it factor, that thing that other people are attracted to. He speaks well, he's very funny, he's a home run.
This next fight is done and dusted. It's over. It's been over since January of this year. Aldo is a busted flush at this moment, okay? He's finished. After the Dennis Sieber fight in Boston, remember when Conor jumped around?